Hello, how are you? It's Trish Bailey coming to you once again. I wanted to discuss another law, and that is the law of cause and effect. The law of cause and effect states whatever you send into the universe comes back. Action, reaction are equal and opposite. Say good things to everyone, treat everyone with total respect, and it will all come back. Never worry about what you're going to get. Just concentrate on what you can give. The world is all about greed right now. And you only have to watch the news for 5 minutes to see the greed. You only have to look at the corporations and how greed has affected them. A lot of corporations are closing up. A lot of people put their whole lives into something only to find out that the corporation was their life. They didn't really have a life. They just thought that that was their purpose in life, and that's what they had to do, and that was their poor belief system, that that was the only thing that they could do to support their family. And they became stagnant. They became comfortable in their lives, and now it's time for change. It's time for change. Everybody has to make a change. If you don't make the change, I'm sorry, this is pure facts that you are not going to be in good position when the world takes a turn for the worse, okay? You must make the changes now. You must take the time out to make those changes, and you must give. You must get into the giving aspect of life. When you give, I don't care how much money you have, I don't care where you live, I don't care what you do, but when you're a giver, things come back to you, and they always work out. It's the law of cause and effect. If you put out there negative, and you're wondering why your life is negative, it's because you are negative. What you have brought into your life is what you have brought into your life. You cannot blame anybody else. You cannot blame the corporation. You cannot blame people. Nobody has control of you but you. And if you're in that situation right now, it's because you've allowed something else to control you. You've allowed the corporations to control you. You've allowed other people to control you. And it's time to take your mind back. It's time to start learning that what you put out there is what you receive. You will grow if you put the right things out there. There's no other way. You will have to grow when you do good. You grow. When you help others, when you lift people up, when you stay positive, it puts out a frequency into the air. I mean, think about this for a moment. Bill Harris told me one time, I was listening to him, and it was pretty funny. At that point in time, I was not in the mindset I'm in now, and it just clicked with me. And it was about a story that he told about a man. Say the man poured a glass of water on somebody, okay? Now that person over here that got the water poured on him, they have two responses. One is a negative response, that he gets up and he screams and yells, or he gets in a fight with them. The second response would be, oh, that was extremely refreshing. I needed that. Which one of those things caused pain in his life? Was it the first response or the second response? The second response eliminated total pain, didn't it? It eliminated that total pain. You know, it's if you allow the outside world to affect who you are and what you are, and react in the way that the world wants you to react, then you're no better than anybody else out there. What you need to do is learn to choose how you react, to be in charge of yourself. It's immensely important to not let the world affect you in those ways, in negative ways. When you don't allow it to affect you, there's no negative that can come in unless you allow it in. okay? If you allow that negativity to expand in your mind, that person that poured the water on you is not the one who suffers. The person who suffers is you. You're the one that had the reaction. You took that pain inside, and now you're all upset inside because you got water poured on you. You took it, and your perception of it was, he did something wrong. He's the one that did it. He's the one that caused you to suffer. No. You are the one that caused you to suffer, because you had a choice at that very moment as to take it as, oh, how refreshing. How wonderful. I was very hot at that moment. How many people in this world do you know that would have taken it that way? Not many. And this is the simple fact that I'm trying to explain to you right now, that it's how you take things into your mind and how you perceive things is who you are right now. And if you're negative about a lot of things, then you need to change some things in your mind. You need to change how you perceive things. Perception is different amongst everyone. If you were to have a car accident, your thought of how that car accident occurred and my thought, I could have been at the same accident, same time, same place, and I might see something totally different, because my perception of things is different than your perception of things, and they're usually different. If you question it, though, you might be able to say, well, what is your thought on how did you see it? And they tell you, and that might have been something that you didn't catch, or something that happened that you didn't see, or whatever it was, and it could possibly change how you view what just happened. Say I was walking into a party, and a man across the way was looking at me with a mean face, okay? I could say to myself, man, he's nasty. He's looking at me mean. I don't like him. He's this and he's that. But guess what? That was my perception of it. My perception was that he's mean and he's nasty and he's looking at me wrong, and I got a problem with that. But reality was that the man just lost his dog, and he was upset, and he was just staring at me for no other reason than that he was upset and that he was sad. And later on I find out that he was sad because he lost his dog. And that puts a whole new spin on it, doesn't it? It's how we perceive things, how we go about in life, that really matters to us, okay? It's time to start opening your eyes up and really seeing how things really are, okay? And questioning it if you have any doubts that it's not a positive thing. You might want to question it and find out the true story before you create your perception of what just happened. Don't automatically think that everybody's out to get you. You're out to get yourself, because you're perceiving things incorrectly. And all these life is great when you learn how your mind works. It really, really, truly is. It's a wonderful thing. And I'm sitting here today making this video in the middle of the park because I want to share with you what I've learned. And there's so much to share with you. And these 10-minute videos aren't enough time for me to get everything I want to tell you out. Eventually I will be holding some webinars and some talk shows and some different things to teach, and I'm going to have a series of lessons that you can learn, and it's all going to come together eventually. I'm working on it, and I hope truly that you spend some time with me and you really start to reevaluate how you think about things and your perception of things. Until next time, I'll see you at the site, www.life-changingperspectives.com. Thanks. Blessings. Bye-bye. Okay.